Welcome to the Trisbrina Show. Yeah, it's date night, baby.
I'm the Brina.
I'm the Tris. Welcome. Well, today we're diving into be, do, and have.
So what does that really mean? Like, be all that you want to be? Do all that you want to do?
And have, experience all that your sweet soul is looking for in this life.
And if you just cringed thinking of that, like, I don't know, that sounds kind of greedy, this is the perfect show for you.
Yeah, let's talk all about desires and greed and who's wanting what and who do you have to be in order to have all that you really would love.
And how do you tap into and even figure out what is it that you want to be? What do you want to do? How do you want to share that with others? And do you feel guilty about it? And at what point did the programming shift? Oh, yeah, me. Hello, raise my hand.
Yeah, you had that in your life? A little bit of guilt?
A little bit.
Just a little bit. A little bit of programming to overcome.
Yeah, just a little bit.
Yeah.
Hello, all of you guys and gals tuning in live. Bonnie and Kim and Lee and Susan and Beth and Geraldine and Catherine and Kevin. And they're scrolling so fast I can't even see them all, Beth.
We've got people driving in the car. Hands on the wheels, people. Have a good drive and we will fill your ears with all kinds of interesting talk. So we were talking about some things that happen earlier in life, right? When you first are a kid, you like have all this desire. You know, I want to do this and I want to do that and I want to have these experiences. And at first, I guess it's kind of cute and right, like the kid is like really encouraged. But then a little bit later in life, at least maybe you had this, I did, where mom would be like, or dad would be like, not right now, or you've already had enough, or don't be greedy, or no, things like that. They started to shut down my natural propensity for desire. Oh, you shouldn't want that. That doesn't look good if you want like that. That's greedy.
Oh, I can remember being so young. I'm talking 2-3 years old.
Don't be a show off.
No, I want that. I want that. I want that. All these fun things. I want that. I want that. And it's okay. And it's beautiful to want that. And I wonder if there's a way that we can nurture that in our young ones, but that's another topic. It's just like, oh yeah, you want that. Want this first, right? Instead of that's too much to want. What about the children that can't have any Barbie airplanes or homes or swimming pools and you want them all? Like, it's selfish. You shouldn't want so much. So it can be really confusing to our psyche when my belief system and what I see as the truth is I'm co-creating everything. I am God experiencing itself and evolving through me and through my experiences, so that wanting and desiring is actually always wanting and desiring expansion and experiences that result in an evolution and an alignment to more purity of what I am. So to shut that down, is that shutting down expansion? Is it? Well, it's not. I was going to ask you, is it wrong to desire? But I don't even want you to ponder that. I just want you to know that that feeling of desire is so beautiful. It's the desire for more. It's the desire to expand. It's the desire to be the person that you have the potential to be.
You know, the reason this becomes such an important conversation is, have you ever had somebody ask you what you want and your response was, I don't know?
Yep.
That it's almost as if that natural inclination as a child somehow got muted because of some of this cultural programming that we're talking about, making fun of, but not really. That we understand the place of greed and the place of selfishness and the place of me and vanity. We all know that that's not what we want.
That's insecurity.
It doesn't fulfill us. But we're talking more about just the energy of desire flowing through you as a natural phenomenon for expansion, as you're saying. And we like to look at it as this is how the divine works through humans, is through desire. It's to expand, to grow, to innovate, to find new ways to create, to be creators, right? That energy's got to have a portal to work through, and that's you and me and all of us. We're portals. But what we really want to address is that programming that it infiltrates and it gets in the psyche, you said, and it makes us stop desiring. And then we don't know, we lose preferences.
Yeah.
I'm not sure what I want. And we're not just making this up for the show. We've worked with, I don't know, hundreds and hundreds of people who have had this experience. We had it where you just don't know what I want anymore. And we want to turn that around.
Yeah. Think about Christmas. He's making a list and checking it twice, gonna find out who's naughty or nice. Right? So you make a list of what you want, and then whether or not you get it depends on how good that you've been. And so we start thinking, oh, there are good desires and there are bad desires. There are no good desires, there are no bad desires. There are no good feelings, there are no bad feelings. There just is what is, but it's before that. What is the impetus for the desire, right?
Right.
Like I desired to create something that would bring in a whole lot of money, a whole lot of money, a whole lot of beautiful, beautiful money to help abused children in Austin.
I don't know if you guys can see what he's doing, but I'm sorry. Our dog is about to pull a big statue off a shelf. Keep going.
Right? So you could look at that like, she wants that event to make a ton of money. Okay, that was the desire. But I wanted it to make a whole lot of money because the money was going to go to help abused children. But wouldn't it also be okay just to make a whole lot of money to take my family on vacation? Like, who is it in our heads that is deciding what's on the naughty list and what's on the nice list? Which desires are okay? It's okay to want to make $60,000 a year. It is not okay to want to make $600,000 a year. Naughty, nice, good person, greedy. Who decides these things? Right? Whose job is it to have these limiters on our infinite potential and to make us feel guilty for desiring? Like, is it wrong to desire incredible health, or should you just desire to feel all right?
Good points. So we're saying let's take the judgment off this beautiful energy, this life force that as it flows through you cultivates desire so that you can expand. Now, let's talk about desire through the context of energy and energy centers, because this is what I've had to do to enable myself to be able to fully allow the expression of desire. I'm going to back up for a second, and I'm going to say that when I was younger and I came upon certain spiritual teachings, I interpreted the word desire as the root cause of suffering. Now, I saw a lot of people who were very hungry for more, very much superficially looking on the outside of themselves to find fulfillment. We all know this one, right? So that doesn't ever make you happy. It's what the Buddhists call hungry ghosts. You can never fill that empty, bottomless pit because of where you're coming from, who's wanting that, why you're wanting that. External to internal backfires. That's what I came to realize was, no, hold on. It's not the desire that's the root cause of the pain. Mm-hmm. It's my attachment. It's my needy, wanting, scarcity mind. Insecure, poverty mind.
Hurt.
That goes out to in and tries to get it and hold it and control it. And that's what causes so much pain, because you're in contraction, constrictive energy, versus no, I'm allowing this to go from the inflowing through me and expressing through me. That's so different.
Yeah.
So different.
Yeah. So when your desire comes from, I don't have enough. Life sucks. Gimme. That's very different from your desire coming from, how can I expand? How can I allow for more? How can I allow more conscious creation? How can I be even more for myself and my family and the community? How can I have any more so it ripples through my life and everyone else? So desire from this place of what feels like a party, as opposed to what is labeled desire that feels like fear, dread, a death sentence. a
Well,
plea, a beg. Very different.
we are going to continue this conversation, but first, we have some very special guests here tonight, Rita and Keith, who are asking to see their grandchild. So there he is in all his glory. You are my heart's desire. Mwah, mwah. And let's talk about the heart. Have you heard people say that? Maybe you've said it. But what's your heart's desire? Well, this area in the human body and this energy center is very much about service and love and others centric. So I think a lot of us, when it comes to desire, we give ourselves permission to desire more when it feels like we're doing for others. We're contributing.
Yeah.
We're
Justify.
Justifiable. Now, I use this. I don't think it's a spiritual hack. It's a spiritual evolution, but I'll explain. The lower dantian, the power center, is the relationship with yourself. And as kids, we're really in our power center and we're in the creative mode. This is a place of healing and generation of power and creation and building. And that's a beautiful thing. Without that energy there in that power center, you wouldn't be here. Like those power centers of your mommy and daddy came together and they procreated. There was a lot of desire going on right then. Okay. So is desire bad? Because if they didn't have that desire for each other, you wouldn't be here. So let's just focus on that for a second. That desire to create, to expand, to procreate is a beautiful thing. Now, not all parents have this, but many enter in with intention of this is so we can build a family. This is for us, for others, to create this holistic unit. Beautiful, right? So the energy rose up. You use that, literally rose up. You use that power and you connect it with heart. See, this is when it's beautiful. When you bring the power and the heart together, it has direction. If it stays down here and it becomes, so this is the me center and this is the we center. If it's me, 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 at first that kind of feels good because you
need that.
You need the me, me, me. You need some me. You need to want to feel good. Otherwise you wouldn't have motivation to grow, to expand, to make your money, to take care of your body. Me. You need some me. But if you get stuck, it's just like with the yin and the yang. If you go too far to one side, it actually backfires. Me, 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 me becomes becomes very selfish. So we have to allow the energy to rise to we, from me to we. And now you are in this coherent me, we, me, we. And if you were to write the M and the W, you'd see this perfect union of energies. And so when you can allow that desire for you to also serve others, you have a winning equation. Yep. But don't mute this one, because if you only do this one over time, give, you feel depleted. You end up, it backfires. You get resentful.
What do you have to give? And then, for me, looking at my life, how many times did I give because I didn't think I deserved to get? And there was an avoidance of having my own desire. Oh, if I can help them and I can help them and I can help them, then I'm not going to have to look at myself. And and then there's the society programming that, but if I desire that, my friends don't desire that. Do I still fit in? What if I desire that and my life actually expands to include that? But my family, other people in my family don't have that. Will I be judged for having too much and then I won't fit in?
And then comes guilt.
Yes.
Now we're giving from a place of guilt.
I mean, think about that. You are this being, this soul, this God consciousness wanting to expand. Would you say, but the mind, the limited programming of some of my relatives really won't like if I become the being that I was meant to be? That's so ridiculous that we are held back by other people's opinions. by other people's limited thoughts, by other people's judgments that they got from somebody else or from their parents or from television. Like somebody, sometime, you, us, we got to go, wait. Is this really logical? Is this really the way that things seem to be? Oh, no, he said no.
No. I like where you're going with that, Patricia, and that's a model that we like, from me to we, and then she said to thee. And and that's beautiful, and that's the oneness. So we'll give you an expansion on that model. When you allow the energy of desire to be fully embodied, means you feel it. It feels great. When you feel good, you're going to have motivation. You're going to have drive if you give yourself permission to desire. And that's the big key word, because with programming, it shuts down the permission. So if you can open up your mental construct right now and realize, wait a minute, no, it's so important for me to allow the energy of desire, especially in my body, to get big, really big energy. We call it big chi. And when you have that big energy and you know that I'm going to allow the energy to rise, because that's its natural propensity, is to rise. It's going to rise up into the heart, and I'm going to do good with this, right? I'm going to serve others. It's oxygen mask. You put the oxygen mask on so that you can help others. If you don't put the oxygen mask on, you're going to get depleted and you won't be able to serve anybody. So yeah, and it feels so good. And you love the energy. It comes up. You're like, oh, I want to share all of my toys with everybody. Right? When you're a big heart, you want to share.
Yeah.
When you make a lot of money, you want to help, you want to give, you want to serve.
Yeah.
And now as the energy rises up into how may I serve, it starts to, heart guides mind, and you see, you get vision, you get clarity, you get insight, and you go, oh, that's how I could serve the one. That's a great idea. That's a charity we could do. That's a cool idea. That's a new business model. That's a caretaking opportunity.
You have more choices.
But you want that energy to rise so that the choices bubble and pop. If you don't move into service, the energy gets blocked and it gets stifled in your body.
Yeah.
So you do want it to rise. And then you got to send it. So we say intend it and send it.
Yeah.
You got to send it out and be a co-creator. Because sometimes here's what will happen. The energy will rise. You get really excited and you can see the vision, but you feel, oh my God, that's so much work. I don't know. I can't do all that on my own. Well, you don't have to. There's this big, gorgeous universe that wants to support your vision and wants to collaborate with you. And so you intend it and send it and allow the universe to support the different ways and synchronicities that this can come into. And then you bring the energy back to yourself and you have to be it, which brings us back to be, do, have. You want to talk about that?
Yeah, well, what I was thinking is you could hear this conversation as us cheerleading you to have a mission and to create something. But this is everything. This is Tristan's back injury, right? When he wanted to recover from that, when he wanted his health and vitality back, don't you think that there had to be a strong desire there to have his health back? Don't you think he needed to nurture that and then look at who he is being? It has to be in the mind and the body. He had to create and up-level his identity. It wasn't just about moving the body, and it wasn't just about thinking positive thoughts, right? They are completely intertwined. This isn't about starting a mission, starting a project. It's about every little tiny thing in your life that you may desire, whether it's to shift your emotions, to stop being the worrier, to stop having the anxiety, to figure out why you can't sleep at night, why isn't your shoulder healing. Everything is a desire. When you have a thought like, gosh, I wish my knee didn't hurt so much, that's a desire. That's good. You need to think about your knee feeling better so that you can move on this path of be, do, and have. It isn't just about some grand empire that you're building. It's about every little tiny aspect of your life.
I love that you brought up the back injury because it's a great case study for what we're talking about. So, and that was a power center. If you think about it, my power center was shut down. And I had to give myself permission for this energy to heal my body. So I went through the physical lens of like, I would love to be able to move again. I really desire to be able to kick again. I want to be able to do these things. But I felt so blocked. It was focused on me, me, me. And then I thought through my journey, what if I could help others with pain? What if I could help them? I moved the energy to here. What if then they could get inspired to heal their bodies?
Mm-hmm.
And I had a satori. That's what that is when it goes from me to we to see. I saw, what if there was an online school and videos and programs and, okay, Sabrina, what do you think? And we collaborate on this vision, and then we sent it out. So the energy then moved into the universe, and collaborative partners came in, people from the movie The Secret, other teachers, opportunities. But it was desire of energy that went up and out through us because it came from a place of service. So
and a desire for you to feel better.
But it started there.
Mm-hmm.
So, but then it moved into how may I serve. So here's the be, do, have. I got to be who I want to be. I've got to tell a new story. I've got to be not the guy with the bad back. I've got to be the guy who's on a lovely journey of healing and expanding. I had to change the vibration of my identity and my story. Do, I had to take action. And first time taking action was on the ground, doing little moves and trying to figure things out because my back hurt so bad. But you got to do. So you from being to doing, and the more you in that action of doing and inspired action, you start to have experiences. You have manifestation. Be, do, have. And then you come back to be, do, have. And it's this beautiful orbit, of energy from who do you need to be for your life to change right now in the way you want it to change? Yeah. What do you need to do in order to have what you really want?
Yeah. And what do a lot of us do, especially when we feel not enoughness, I'm the victim, is well, I'll do that later. Right now, I'm gonna do so that I have, and then I'll be.
Out of sequence.
Right? So it's out of sequence. And that's why it's not sustainable. And that would be, if I had to label something as selfish, the selfish component, because, and plus it doesn't work. The only thing that works is, who do I need to be?
Start with being.
Who do I need to be? Because if it's not who do I need to be, it's what needs to change in the outside.
You need to be.
Nothing.
So that I can have.
Right? I need to change who I be, because when I change who I be and go from the person that has the back injury to starting thinking like, oh, the person that's on a healing journey, maybe that's the first B. So that then what I do are different actions than they are when I feel like I'm the person who can't walk. And then from there, what do I have? What do I have? I have all these resources. And then it just becomes like a repeating cycle of who do you want to be? What do you want to do?
There's so much power in what you're saying when you take ownership for your state of being. Because I could have just been upset at the doctors. The doctors need to fix this. The doctors should have known better. Right. Doctors, you guys need to do. You fix it. Then I'll be happy. Then I'll have. Or my husband needs to change.
Yeah.
He needs to change so that I can be happy. My kids need to stop doing that and start appreciating me like this. Then I'll have what I want.
Yep.
Respect. No. You be the respect. You be the energy you want to attract. You be the person that you want to be. Then take action and do based on your be. Then you're going to manifest your have.
Yep. Because in life, a lot of times, like, if you feel like the victim of a bully, you may be playing you may have the symptoms of being a victim, right? And if you do, you will need a mate. If your identity is that I'm a victim, you will need, what would you call it? An attacker, a perpetrator, a bully.
A villain.
You need that in order to keep that identity.
That's right.
See, or you can't exist. If my identity is the girl with the bad knee, with the bum knee, I need that need to continue to hurt and keep me from doing what I want, or I can't be the girl with the bum knee. See, so it's like we entangle our energies with these identities. So if I start becoming the woman who his knee is getting stronger and stronger, just a small shift sometimes, then I'll start doing different things. Just it will be reflected simply by being something different. What you start doing will be different. But when we cast ourselves in a role, when we become a certain identity, it is by law, you must have the other participants in your life and the other situations and circumstance that support you in being that. Right?
It's called the drama triangle. Okay. You're back up and it's your turn. So what do you have to say, Rascal?
Okay. What do you want to be?
What do you want to be? What do you want to do? And what do you want to have?
He is, my brother calls him Cujo. We call him, what do we call him? Maverick.
He's Maverick. He's MacGyver.
He's MacGyver.
He gets into all kinds of trouble. He's in the chewing everything phase.
Yeah. Yeah. So I thought that our other dogs, like I would say, oh yeah, they'll eat everything. But I was really referring to food. Right? But Kingsley's like, I love rocks. I love sticks. I like the corners of carpet. I really love rubber mats. I like exercise equipment. he's out the window.
He's just learned how to bark, and he's discovering his voice.
His voice.
His throat chakra opened up finally. So what are your takeaways from tonight's chat? Are you catching the vibe of where we're coming from? Do you see the energy centers, the connection there? The me, we.
He's a goat.
He sounds like a goat. That you really want to give yourself. So when we opened the show tonight, we said in our tagline, so what do you really want? I think after a talk like this, you can start giving yourself permission because you know it's not selfish to desire. It's how the divine wants to work through me. And it's beautiful to allow yourself to be so filled with energy and life, because with that energy, you know you're going to do good with it. You know you're going to serve others. You're going to help others. You're going to be a great role model. You're going to be a great example of what expansion and joy and fun looks like. Because desire feels good.
It feels fun and playful.
It's fun when you give yourself permission to just, desire might just be, I just want to freaking feel good. And I'm not going to hold myself back anymore.
And I love that you said that, because I don't think people put it in the same category. What if you desire to have a good night's sleep? That's an amazing desire. Do that. What if you desire to be more optimistic? What if you desire to be more unconditional loving, aka stop judging everybody and thinking they need to change? Those are all incredible desires. Those are all desires that I feel are aligned to this incredible expansion. And it's good to have those things. Think about it and desire it. So, okay, if I desire to be this person that is more loving, then I might actually think, okay, stop judging the crap out of people and thinking that they need to be a certain way. Well, then, okay, who do I need to be to do that? And then my actions will change. I can actually consciously choose some different actions. And then by having and learning tools and processes, we need to learn stuff. We need to learn stuff, just like with the physical body. If somebody wants to get in shape, they probably need to learn to move. They need to learn good technique, and they need to learn how to lift the weights, how to pull on the bands, how to have their posture, how to do Qigong. And when you also need to learn how to get out of a mental loop, how to choose a better feeling emotion, how to let go of that thing that's keeping you asleep at night, how to breathe in a way that puts you in more of an alpha state. These are all things that you can learn. We are not a victim of our habits and patterns. And it's okay, and it's even good. The older we get, tick tock, it's time to say, hey, I think I'd like to learn that. Instead of what so many of us do as we get older is, it's just the way I am, and quietly quitting. No, now is the time, those of us who are 50, 60, 70, 80, this is the time to start like expanding that and kind of reflecting back and saying, okay, who have I become? Because I'm not done. Because if you were done, you wouldn't be here. And how would I like to expand this a little bit more?
I love some of the shares. Can I give him to you? He's gotten heavy. I want to read Lee's and a few others, but this is just really great stuff coming in here. And I want this to be in our recording.
Great.
So Lee says, when I was in college, I wanted to study photography, but my dad was not real happy with this because he said it's a hobby, not a career. And since he was paying for my college, he wanted me to have a career that would make more money. Got it. Understood. My desire to become a photographer was coming from a deep, deep creative passion in me. I did get a BFA in photography, and I was offered a job in New York City back in 1992. At this young age, I somehow knew inside to go with my desire, and opportunities showed up. Instead of doing what my dad wanted for me, I did what I wanted for myself. This was the beginning of knowing who I wanted to be.
That's great.
My dad ended up supporting my choice when he saw my commitment.
Yeah, so I
That's
mean,
awesome.
most of the time, I think parents they're guiding us the best they know, right? But sometimes they can't feel that spark. It's so beautiful that your dad then said, "Yeah, go ahead." I was in college, becoming an applied math major, and then I'm like, "Hey, peace up. I'm not going to finish that last year. I'm going to be on a soap opera in New York City."
You followed your desire.
At first, that didn't fly too well, did it, Dad?
Here's another from Peggy. She says, yes, this is absolutely wonderful. I see how I've played the victim internally based on old programs. I know I can be different, and I want to heal and serve. That feels like freedom. Keyword feels, and desires feel freeing.
Yeah.
They feel good. Desires don't shut you down. Oh my gosh, I feel that's your energy getting into a state of alignment. And let it keep rising. Let it come up into the heart. Shishoa says, yes, fractured my shoulder last week, and you've given such loving inspiration and courage to find joy and a new strength while healing in the next 7 weeks.
Yeah. And I love that you're here, because when I had a car injury, a car wreck in the past, and there's an issue with my knee, sometimes the people trying to help can be like, that might not ever heal, and you're probably not going to be able to do this. And you've got to like so go into your heart to make sure that you're not influenced to become the person that they need you to be so they can help you. They need you to be that person so they can help you. And with good intention, you've got to stay the person that's just, you're already healing. And then you won't need them. Do you see how from good intention, somebody could try to keep you in a role? Right. That's not the role that you want to stay in.
No. Okay, so that's it for today. How to be, do, and have what you really want in this life. And so start asking, what do I really want?
Yeah. Oh, and in real time, if you're watching this, we have an upcoming 3-day event. It's called Alive and Thrive. It's March 7, 8, and 9. It's for chunks of like 5 hours every single day, where we are going to dive deeper into this, into all things mind, body, spirit, energy, upgrading the identity and keeping it there. Sometimes these deep immersive experiences are really what we need. It'll be on Zoom where we can see you and talk to you, which is usually reserved for only our like higher end programs. So we'll make sure to get you that link as soon as it comes out.
All right.
Mark your calendar, March 7, 8, 9.
Thank you for being here tonight. Thank you, Barbara. Thank you, Debbie. Thank you, Lee, Hope, Geraldine, Peggy, Patrick. See you over there in Australia. Did I say it right? You don't say Australia. You say Australia. All right. Much love, everybody. Until next time. Bye.